Buddham saranam gacchāmi.
Samma sambuddhassa
Saranam
namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Dear brothers and sisters, today you are here to learn Dhamma. As I said yesterday, learning Dhamma is not easy. And hearing Dhamma is easy, but practicing Dhamma is difficult. Because swimming against the current of the water, that's all the Dhamma. But if we pay attention, if we really focusing of what Buddha said and try to understand real teachings of the Buddha, then you yourself you motivate to learn and practice the Dhamma. So you are very fortunate because even though there are many things to do, but still you try to learn Dhamma and spend your valuable time to learn Dhamma, which is really important. The topic today that we are going to discuss is right view is the key to liberation. This is a very interesting and important message given by the Buddha. Normally, when we hear of liberation, immediately our mind goes to 8 noble paths. Aryo Attangiko Marko. 8 noble paths. The first noble path is what? Samma Ditti. First one is Samma Ditti. Samma Ditti means right view. What does it mean? Dukkhe Jnana, Dukkha Samudaya Jnana, Dukkha Nirodhe Jnana, Dukkha Nirodha Gaminiya, Patipadaya Jnana. Understanding of suffering, its origin, cessation, and way leading to overcoming suffering, means 8 noble paths. So if someone is understanding of 4 noble truths, then he is looking things as real. So he is having right view. Samma Ditti. What is the opposite of Samma Ditti? Miccha Ditti, right? Samma Ditti, Miccha Ditti. Wrong view. Yesterday we discussed about wrong views. For 8 noble path, Samma Ditti need to be applied each and every step of 8 noble path. Each and every step. That means Samma Ditti, Samma Sankappa, Samma Vacha, Samma Kammanta, Samma Ajiva, Samma Vayama, Samma Sati, Samma Samadhi. Right view, right intention, and right speech, right action, right livelihood, and right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. So those are we call 8 noble paths. So the first one is Samma Ditti, right view. So we need to understand of suffering as suffering, and its origin, and its cessation, and way leading to overcoming suffering. Mean 8 noble paths. And Buddha said, Sammaditthi Pubbangama. Sammaditthi Pubbangama. Sammaditthi is a forerunner. I think when we hear of Pubbangama or forerunner, immediately some of you remember in Dhammapada, the first verses, it's a Mano Pubbangama Dhamma, right? Mano Pubbangama Dhamma. Mind is the forerunner. But in here, again, Buddha said, Sammaditthi is a forerunner. Sammaditthi Pubbangama. Why we need Sammaditthi or right view for each and every step of noble path? Let me explain. If someone is having wrong view, then that person, he doesn't recognize suffering as suffering, dukkha as dukkha, and he doesn't understand it, and he doesn't realize it. He doesn't analyze suffering. Jati dukkha, jara dukkha, vyadi dukkha, marana dukkha, appiye sampayoga dukkha, piye vipayoga dukkha, yam piccha nalabati tampi dukkha, sankittena panchapada nattanda dukkha. That's the way of explaining suffering, dukkha. According to first sermon. What is the first sermon? Dhamma Chakka Pavattana Sutta. When Buddha became enlightened under the Buddha Bodhi tree, first duty is just to enlighten of his disciples, because 5 ascetics and 2 teachers, Alara Kalama and Uttakarama, the first 2 teachers, they already passed away. And then he went to find his other disciples. Kondanya Vappabaddi Mahanama Assati. 5 ascetics. They were together, and self-mortification, the practicing of extreme level of suffering and torturing the body. And Buddha, he left from them, and then Buddha went to Buddhgaya. Those 5 ascetics, they remain in Varanasi Isipatani, the Isipatana Varanasi. I think some of you have been there. So Buddha became enlightened. Then he went to teach this first sermon. His teachings, the core of teachings, the main teachings of the Buddha, he wanted to teach first to his disciples, 5 ascetics. He went to teach, and then he recited, or he delivered, first sutra, known as Dhammacakkappavattana Sutra. In that sutra, he said, dukkha. Dukkha means jatipi dukkha. Jati means, what is jati? Jati means birth. Birth is suffering. Why birth is suffering? Because that is the beginning of suffering. After birth, decay, sicknesses and so forth. And plus, when mother giving birth to baby not simply smiling of time of birth, right? And even mother's life is in danger and risky. The baby's life also risky and danger. So the both lives are in danger. And a lot of fear. So it is painful. It is suffering. When baby is born, all the people surrounding and friends, relatives, they all happy, smiling. But great danger for baby and mother. When someone passes away, it's different. Right? People who are smiling, they all crying. The person who is dying is silent. When giving birth, all surrounding are smiling and happy, joy. The mother and child, they are in risk, danger, crying, painful. So anyway, birth is suffering in that sense. Jatapi dukkha. Then jarapi dukkha. Jara means kandiccan, paliccan, valittavata. Breaking, losing, removing. We call jara. Wrinkling of skin, losing of hair and teeth, and irritating of vision, eyes vision, we call jara. And vyadi. Vyadi means sicknesses. There are different types of sicknesses that we are experiencing all the time. When we hungry, we feel sick. When we overeat, also we feel sick. When we thirsty, we feel sick. There's those physical things, physical sicknesses. But mentally, also people get sick. Angry, some people angry, some people jealous, some people hate, some people greedy, some people have ill will thoughts, wasteful thoughts, and all types of mental sicknesses, as I mentioned yesterday. So, we are experiencing sicknesses all the time until we die. So, in that sense, there is suffering. When we sick, we don't smile and happy and saying, celebrating, well, I'm having headache, so I'm so happy. No one's saying that, right? When we get fever, we are not celebrating, because of having fever. It is painful. Taking pill, medicine. Try to see a doctor. And try to overcome the sicknesses, the pain. Because of it is very difficult to do any other works. Because of sicknesses. So we don't want sicknesses. We don't like to get any sicknesses. And Buddha mentioned in Girimananda Sutta, there are a number of sicknesses. Gando, Kilaso, Soso, Apamaro, Dattu, Kandu, Kachu, Rakasa, Vitajika, Lohita Pitta, Madhumeho, including diabetes, lungs problem, kidneys problem, heart problems. All these Buddha mentioned. Even cancer. So all types of sicknesses. So no one likes to have any sicknesses. So in that sense, it is suffering. And old age, decay. And whatever we want, it doesn't happen. I want my hair to be grey all the time. But it doesn't work the way that I want. Yam picchan na labati. Whatever the way that I want, it doesn't happen. Then there is suffering. Piyehi vippayogo. Whatever I like, I cannot have it. Even people, I like such and such person, but I cannot have them. Apiyehi sampayogo. Some people that reaching me, come close to me. When you are studying, maybe you need to share a room with a friend. And he is very strange person. He's very lousy, and he's not sleeping on time. He turns on and off lights, and then he makes noisy, and he doesn't even shower, and he's very unclean, and throwing things in trash and everywhere. So what you feel? Appiye sampayogo. Some person that you don't like, but that there is no choice, then you experience of suffering. Piyehi vipayogo, your loved one going away from you, then it is suffering. Sankittene panchupada nakkanda, all entire five aggregates of the body is full of suffering. So in that sense, Buddha said, suffering. Jati, jara, vyadi, marana. Appiya sampayoga, piya vipayoga. Yam picca nalabati. Sankittene panchupada nakkanda dukkha. So that's how we should understand suffering as suffering. Whenever you're sick, whenever you feel pain, you need to apply immediately, now I am having pain, this is belong to first noble truth of dukkha. So you remember first noble truth. That is awareness, that is mindfulness. That's why I said you are living with the Dhamma. You are associating person that you don't want, or you don't want to associate such person. There is no choice but you are associating, then immediately you feel suffering, and then you need to apply that into first noble truth of suffering. That's what we call living with the Dhamma. Living in the Dhamma. Living in accordance with the Dhamma. So immediately it applies. When someone passes away, people are crying. And according to Satipatthana explanation, they are beating up their chest, calling names, rolling on the ground. They don't eat few days. Then when someone passes away, educated person, learned person, who understands this Dhamma, and he apply that marana into first noble truth. So he can see first noble truth whenever things happen. Anything happen, so you need to apply that into Dhamma. So that's how we practice Dhamma. That way we can overcome physical and mental suffering. We can overcome all types of mental difficulties because of understanding Dhamma at the moment. So, if someone is understanding or seeing Four Noble Truths, then he sees Dhamma. He sees right thing, right way. So he is having right understanding. And also he needs to understand wrong view as wrong view. If someone says, Marana is happy, or where your sicknesses is happy, pleasurable, agreeable, that is wrong view. Because that is not truth. And we need to see as it is. Truth as truth, and wrong as wrong. And we need both. We need to see right thing as right thing, wrong things as wrong things. Then we are having right view. So what else we need to maintain? First, noble truth. First 8 noble path. Sammaditthi. We need effort. Sammavaya. Sammavaya. We need right mindfulness. Sammasati. So remember, each and every noble step, we need right view, right effort, right mindfulness in order to maintain of Eight Noble Path, and then step by step following of Noble Path, Eight Noble Path. So we need right understanding, right effort, right mindfulness. You will understand this later when we go to next steps. Then we move to next step. What is next one? Sammaditthi, Samma Sankappa. Samma Sankappa. What is the first one? Samma Ditti. Right? Samma Ditti means right view. Samma Sankappa. Right intention. Right intention. What is right intention? Nekkamma Sankappo. Avyapada Sankappo. Avihimsa Sankappo. What is Nekkamma? Nekkamma means renunciation. Intention of renounce. Renounce from what? Most people think that renunciation means that we need to shave hair and then put robe and go to homelessness and practice. That is true, but not only that way. Renounce means refraining from habitually conducting unwholesome actions, verbally, mentally and physically. So a habitual person is drinking. It's a habitual drinker. So he need to renounce from drinking. That is renunciation. So we need right view for him to understand that. You see the right view applying to each and every one, every step. You need to have a right view to understand the wrong things as wrong things, wrong actions as wrong actions, right actions as right actions. And for some people, they think renunciation for what? Nothing we can gain by renouncing. Right? Somebody asks you to stop for drinking alcohol. And then he said, well, it's nothing happened. Why you ask me to stop? So I don't want to stop. So that means he doesn't want to renounce from it. He wants to continue. And sexually abuse. Somebody asks not to do that. Another person asks him to renounce from it. But he says, for what? Nothing happened. So he doesn't believe karma phala, action and reaction. Why? Because he is a wrong viewer. He is looking at things as wrong. So he doesn't have a right view. So therefore, he doesn't believe it. He thinks it is all right to do it, do such actions. So he continues to do it. So therefore, we need right view of understanding of right renunciation as right renunciation. And ill will, vyapada, that's also right intention. Nekkamma sankappo, avyapada sankappo, ill will. Avihimsa sankappo, refraining from ill will thoughts, refraining from cruelty. So, thought of renunciation, thought of refraining from ill will, thought of refraining from cruelty, what we call right intention. Samma sankappa, right intention, which is extremely important. Because, we are doing certain things without understanding. Why we don't understand? Because we haven't learned. We don't have any knowledge. We don't have any experience. And then they have their own view. And somebody try to teach them. They don't follow. Still they have their own view. And finally, he realized it, analyzed it, and finally understood. Then he is having right view. Then he knows right intention is renounce from unwholesome actions, akusala kamma. Unwholesome actions from bodily, kaya kamma, verbally, vacha kamma, mentally, mano kamma. So renunciation means totally renounce from unwholesome bodily, verbally and mental actions. That is renunciation. And it includes ill will thoughts into mental section, cruelty, physical section includes. So for some people, cruelty is fine. God created for us to eat. So they can torture them, kill them. And for some people, they believe it. It is right. That is wrong way. For us, it is wrong way. For them, it is right way. Which is the difference. So therefore, for right intention, what we need? We need right intention. We need right view. And also we need right effort. Why we need effort? Because automatically we are unable to practice. So I refrain from ill will or ill will thoughts, thought of ill will. But you need to have some effort to continue. So therefore we need effort. And also we need mindfulness to reminding you, because of ill will thoughts can be rising any time. Right? Ill will thoughts can come to our mind any time. And who's going to remind you? Your mother or father? No. Your mindfulness. Your mindfulness giving you a message, signal. Now, you are generating thought of ill will, looking at the danger, and immediately let it go. Don't proceed it. Who's telling this? Mindfulness. Mindfulness waking you up. So therefore, we need for second and first and second both, and final all, we need right view to understand, to recognize right as right, wrong as wrong. And we need right effort to boost and to work and to make it to right direction. So we need right effort. And right mindfulness makes you a safeguarding of your right intention. What is the third noble step? Samma ditti, samma sankappa, samma vacha. Vacha means speech. Right speech. So we need to have right view to understand right speech as right speech, wrong speech as wrong speech. So therefore we need right view. We need right view to understand right speech. Right? What are the wrong speech? Musavada, Visunnavacha, Parusavacha, Sampappalapa. Lying, slandering talks, useless talks, harsh speech. Those are wrong speech. So we need to refrain. That's why we say Musavada Veramani, Sikkapadan Samadhyana. Pisunavacha Veramani, Sikkapadan Samadhyana. Parusavacha Veramani, Sikkapadan Samadhyana. Sampappalapa Veramani, Sikkapadan Samadhyana. I observe not to lie, not to gossip, not to say harsh words, and not to say useless words. So I observe not to say, not to speak of those unwholesome words. So why we need right view for that? Why we need right view? We need right view because lying for us is an unwholesome verbal action. For others, it is alright. And harsh words, useless words, malicious words, for us, it is unwholesome. For others, either wholesome or unwholesome, they don't care. Why? Because they don't have any right view. They don't have any right understanding. So we understand it, right to speech as right to speech, wrong speech as wrong speech. What else we need? We need effort. Why? Because words come out from the mouth, right? And then we need to hold on to it. Don't say. Put effort. And not to release that word. That word can be harmful to someone and hurt someone. So, put effort. The forceful that you are pushing inside. The words try to come out, you are pushing inside. You are putting effort. Not let it say or speak. Speak out. Why? Because mindfulness is showing you the danger of it. Saying such words is danger. Don't tell such words. It's harmful. It is unwholesome word. Don't use it. So mindfulness reminds you not to release that word. It is unwholesome word. So telling you the message. It is unwholesome. Therefore, do not tell. Do not say. Do not speak out. So mindfulness is giving message. You see how these three works together in each step of Noble Path. Then the fourth step of Noble Path. What is that? Samma Vacha, Samma Kammanta. Samma Kammanta means right action. What is right action? Very easy. Panatipata Veramani. Right? You always reciting this, right? Adinnadana Veramani. Kamesu Michachara Veramani. 3. Not including Surameri. Only 3. Kamesu, Panatipata, refraining from killing. Adinnadana, refraining from stealing. Kamesu Michachara, refraining from sexual misconduct. So if someone is following those 3, he is following right action. The fourth noble step, right action. Panatipata Veramani, Adinnadana Veramani, Kamesu Michachara Veramani. So why we need right view to practice right action? Let us analyze this word. Panatipata Veramani Sikkapadan Samadhyana. For us Buddhist, Panatipata Veramani, killing living beings is bad karma, bad action. But for some people, it is alright. You can kill them. That's fine. What is that? It is wrong view. Now you are Buddhist. Now you are following Panadipata Veramani, Sikkhapadan Samadhyam, you are refraining from killing. Now, if unfortunately if you converted into another religion, in that religion says Panadipata Veramani, Sikkhapadan Samadhyam, instead of that, is that alright to kill? Then your mentality immediately change. You used to have right view, but it's not strong. Why will you put any effort to make it safeguard? You didn't have any mindfulness to showing whenever is needed, and then you fail. Converted. Right? If person having right effort and right mindfulness, he's not going to change. No one is able to change his attitudes or his thoughts. Why? Because he's strongly rooted to that teaching, grounded. So no one is able to change. But now he changed. What his idea is, killing is alright. That is wrong view. For us, killing is bad karma. It is right view. And adinadana veramani, taking things from others. Adinadana. Veramani means refrain. So adinadana. So, taking things from others is alright for some people, but for us, it is wrong view. Why? Because you need to apply to yourself. If your jewelry taken away from someone, what do you feel? Right? We need to apply ourselves. We feel sad, upset, frustrated, worried, cannot sleep, right? Losing of your valuable things. Then the same thing that we need to apply to others. If I take some others' valuable things, that person will feel same as I felt. That's how we need to understand this. Apply to yourself. And karma is miccācara veramani. How Buddha explained karma is miccācara. If mother, father protecting their daughter, husband protecting his wife, and his sisters and brothers protecting their sister, someone is abusing her, that is kami. That is sexual abuse. Kami sumiccācara. Wife is protecting her husband, their parents, brothers and sisters, and religions, and abusing of that attitudes. That is kami sumiccācara. So, if someone is protecting and abusing, it is kami sumiccācara. For some people, it is all right. Why? Because they don't have a right view. Now we have a right view. We know it is wrong. That's why all the problems rise. Family problems, fighting, arguments, killing, divorce and all these problems. And then child abusing and all these things happen because of people not observing of the kami sumiccācara, refraining from sexual misconduct. So when the thoughts comes, what we need? We need effort to control it, we need mindfulness to remind you, and then you can overcome it. Easily you can overcome. Because of you have a right view, you have a right effort, you have a right mindfulness. So, very simple thing that you need to remember, each and every step, you need right view, right effort, right mindfulness in order to continue. Otherwise, can be lost halfway, following Eight Noble Paths halfway and then can be lost. Why? Because you are not safeguarding of your mindfulness, of your learning, of your practice. So therefore it needed. And what is the fifth Noble Eightfold Path? First one, Samma Ditti. Second, Samma Sankappa. Samma Vacha. Samma Kammanta. Samma Ajiva. What does it mean, Ajiva? Right livelihood. Living right way. Living righteously. Samma Ajiva. Micca Ajivam Pahaya. Samma Ajivena Jivikam Kappeti. Micca Ajiva. What are the Micca Ajiva? Slaughterhouse. Butcher house. Selling weapons. Selling of poisonous things. Animal products. Liquor, drugs. Those are main wrong livelihood. Plus, there are many cheating people, right? Changing the digit numbers of the balance using new technology to change its real value when you are selling goods and selling fake things. And there are many ways that people are cheating, wrong livelihood. So, those are wrong livelihood, and we need to have right view, understand wrong livelihood as wrong livelihood, right livelihood as right livelihood. And we need to put effort to make it right. Even make it right livelihood, we need to have effort. And whenever thoughts comes, tomorrow maybe I try to cheat someone and get some more money, and then thoughts comes, and immediately mindfulness there, and then waking you up. Do not do such things because you have crossed this much ways, and do not cheat. So the mindfulness reminding you not to do such things. So his mindfulness is inactive. Mindfulness is not inactive. Why? Because you have trained mindfulness, at least up to that level, to reminding you, giving you some idea. So therefore you need right view to understand of killing animals and selling animal products, selling weapons and selling poisons, hazardous poison materials, and so forth. So understanding of those as wrong, we need to have right view and right effort to make it safeguarding, right mindfulness to reminding. Samma Ajiva. What is the sixth? Samma Vayama. Samma Vayama means right effort. You see, right effort is still there, right? So we need right effort for each step, but still itself right effort is there. Eight Noble Path. What is right effort? Right effort means uppannānaṁ, pāpakānaṁ, akusalānaṁ, dhammānaṁ, pahānāya uppannānaṁ. What is uppannānaṁ means? Uppannānaṁ means that we are now continuing of doing some type of unwholesome actions. For example, I am habitually drinking every night and day. So that is uppannānaṁ pāpakānaṁ. That is the akusala kamma, right? Akusala kamma. Why? Because you are destroying your brain cells, lungs, liver, kidneys, and yourself. And after that, you are not go somewhere and sleep silently, right? Talking. Too much of talking, gossiping. Not only that, fighting, saying harsh words, throwing things, smashing household items, hurt wife and children. In the morning cannot wake up and go to work because of sleepless, tired of having that much drink, and he cannot continue of his normal jobs. Messed up the house, messed up his life. So now this is a bad karma. Why it's bad? Because he's throwing things and destroying things and hurting someone, saying harsh words. For some people, when they drink, they very silent, go somewhere and sleep. Right? But it still affects to his bodily cells. So therefore, it is wrong thing to do. Now, that person is doing such thing. Uppannānaṁ pāpakānaṁ akusalaṇaṁ, who started in few years back. So already, now he is having that type of habits. What is right? What is effort? Now he need to make it to stop. Right effort. Right effort means that already I am doing such things, I am putting effort to stop it. Stop of this action. Since today AM, 6 AM, I will stop it. That is pahana. Let it go. Discontinue. I'm not going to do it again and again. So I promise, I'm sure, I trust myself, and I will not do it. That is right effort. So habitually you are doing wrong things, and I put effort to stop. Pannānaṁ pāpakānaṁ akusalaṇaṁ pahānāya. Now, no more. Pahana is vanishing. Stop it. Na uppannānaṁ akusalaṇaṁ dhammānaṁ na uppādāya. So, you are having very nice, very virtuous life, and you don't kill, you don't steal, you don't lie. But something can be roused in time. So we need to put effort not to arise any unwholesome action. No pada, not yet arise, but can be aroused any time. So therefore I need to put effort not to happen. That is effort. Uppannānaṁ kusalaṇaṁ dhammānaṁ biyo bhava. Kusalaṇaṁ dhammānaṁ. Before is akusala dhamma. Unwholesome. Kusalaṇaṁ dhammānaṁ. Kusala means wholesome. Uppannānaṁ. So already I am doing meditation every day. I am doing generosity. I am practicing generosity. I am observing precepts. So uppannānaṁ kusalaṇaṁ dhammānaṁ. I am doing such things already. What we need to put effort for? Biyo bhavaya, to develop more, cultivate more, multiply that wholesome actions to many times. That is right effort. Na uppannānaṁ kusalaṇaṁ dhammānaṁ uppādāya. I haven't meditated. I haven't practiced any dana. No upādāya. So I haven't done. It never comes to my mind. So now I need to put effort to make it happen. Right? Make it happen. This is called right effort. Automatically things are not going to happen. We need to put effort to make things happen. So therefore, we need to put much effort, plus we need to have a right view to understand this is such and such, this is good, this is bad, this is the way that I should follow, this is the way that I should put effort, an understanding of the areas. We have to have right view. Still we need right effort, right? Even in effort section, still we need right effort, twice. So you see the right effort, you need right effort. To have a right effort, you need right effort, you need right view, you need right mindfulness in order to practice. Continue. Understand? Is that clear? And seventh, Samma Vayama, Samma Sati. What is Samma Sati? Sati means mindfulness. Right mindfulness. Right mindfulness means Kaye Kayanupasthi Viharati, contemplating body as body. Vedanasu Vedananupasthi Viharati, contemplating feelings as feeling. Chitte Chittanupasthi Viharati, contemplating mental objects as mental objects. Dhamme Dhammanupasthi Viharati, contemplating Dhamma as Dhamma. Looking at four foundations of mindfulness. We call Samma Sati. Understanding or having right view of four foundations of mindfulness, we call Samma Sati. And we need to have effort to practice. You know, that effort is really needed in this Samma Sati section. Why? Because contemplating body as body divides into 6. Ānāpānasati, Iriyāpata, Sampajāna, Patikula Manasikāra, Dhātu Manasikāra, Navasīvatika. Inhaling, exhaling section, 4 postures, clear comprehension, diffusiveness of the body, 4 elements, 9 channel ground. So the first section divides into 6. First, Kayanupassana section, contemplating body as body section. So without effort and right view, people they cannot practice Ānāpānasati or inhaling, exhaling section. You need to have effort. Why? It is not fun thing, right? It is not just like turning your favorite TV show and looking at it. You have to find very silent place. He recommended Rukkamulagatowa, Sunyaragatowa, Aranyagatowa. 3 places. Either find under the tree, forest, or empty house. And Pallanke Abhujitta Ujunkaya Panidaya. Sit cross-legged, keep your body straight, close your eyes gently, and meditate. What we need? We need effort. Why? Because for beginners, it is really boring. There is nothing that music going on, right? There's nothing in the front because you close eyes. And it's nothing to enjoy. It's totally just sitting and close your eyes. Don't do nothing. It's not like a kids, playing a computer and iPad, laptop, and then, they're smiling, they laugh, and they joy. But this is different. Even for adult, when they go party, they're singing, they're very happy. But for meditation, it's totally different method. Silently, sitting on the floor, on the cushion, keeping body straight, and closing eyes, and focusing in breath, out breath, and then mind goes here and there. You need to put effort to bring it back, anchor on it again, looking at it again, and then again the thought, mindfulness gone, lost. So you try to bring it back, so it is kind of struggling. So really we need effort to make it success. So we need right view of understanding it. Mindfulness is needed for us to safeguarding our six sense medias and protecting our six doors, eyes, ears, nose, and so forth. And we need right mindfulness. Because even we need kind of mindfulness to giving you reminder. No? Now your mind is away from your main object. So right mindfulness is giving you a little signal and then bring it back and then focus of your main object, the main base object. So giving you signal. So we need right mindfulness. So therefore, in order to practice of even right mindfulness, we need right view, right effort, right mindfulness. And samma samadhi, right concentration. We need to understand as right concentration as right concentration. Otherwise people, they concentrate on wrong object. Instead of gaining concentration and calming your mind, lust can arise. Why? Because using wrong object. If there is a beautiful girl, right, sit in front of and you are meditating on looking at her, that's a wrong object. Why? Because your lust increased instead of calming your mind or gaining any awareness or concentration. So any kind of object, that looking at it and then increase your lust. You cannot reduce, you cannot eradicate or overcome. So what we need is object is right type of object. Buddha recommended certain objects. Buddha Anusati, Buddha qualities that we can use as object. Right? Marana Anusati also we can use as object. Metta Anusati, mind, loving kindness, we can use as object. So, we can use as object something that we can gain concentration, not gain lust, anger, hatred, delusion. So therefore we need right view, and also we need right effort to make it success, and right mindfulness to give you a reminder. So, if you're looking at from the beginning, from Samma Ditti, Samma Sankappa, Samma Vaca, so we need three things for each step. What we need? We need right view, right effort, right mindfulness for each step of Noble Eightfold Path. So these details you can find again in Mahachattarasika Sutra, in Majjhima Nikaya, Sutra 117. Sutra 117, I recommend you to read it whenever you have a chance. You can get more clarification. So to do longer sutra, I just made it short. So if you read it and you can get more clarification, more details, and this Buddha is beautifully explained this Dhamma. So I hope that you understood it. And now we can spend 2 minutes for questions and answers.
I would like to ask about games, internet games. When I'm playing games using my handphone, iPad, or any device, I'm not engaging in false speech. I'm not engaging in any killings. I'm also not engaging in any sexual misconduct. I'm also not engaging in drinking alcohol. I'm also not stealing anything. But why is it that parents always scold me when I'm playing games? So my parents are practicing false speech when I'm not doing nothing wrong. So how do I tell my parents that when I'm playing games, there's actually nothing wrong with it? Thank you.
Well, there are some sports, and it's nothing harmful, nothing danger, and nothing makes anyone unhappy. So that is the purpose of, kind of physical exercise. And we have to looking at intention. Why you are doing, what you are doing. So always intention is the first. As I said, manopubbangama dhamma. The mind is the forerunner in the mindset. So, if there is no any misconduct and nothing wrong, but why parents ask you to not to play all the time? Because there are many things to be done, right? Cleaning house, helping for cooking, washing dishes, and washing clothes, and then reading yourself, And the gaming, I don't think that it is helping for your educations. The parents, they always, they try to stop of, doing such playing games because of they don't have much time for studies, right? For some other useful works, at home, even in school works. So if they play from morning till evening, or even, spend more hours, and even they don't eat on time, and then they cannot sit together at the table and then eating and discussing certain things, important things and family matters and so forth. So they are not coming together. This is actually is a very big problem. When we go home, someone's home, kids, they're always in somewhere rooms hiding, they are playing games. And there are certain social duties to do. When someone comes, they need to come and forward, and they welcome them, For the priest, they need to pay respect, proper way. For the guest, they need to come and welcome them. So even the childhood age, they have certain things to do, and then they forget everything. When they are talking, their face is looking at the game. Yes, he's just answering and is not mindful at all. So what we try to teach about mindfulness is mean that you need to be aware at the time whatever you are doing. So you are playing games and answering to someone. So mindfulness is not there, and it's wasting a lot of time. And if you are really bright person, right? If you do your all works, homeworks, houseworks, cleaning, washing, making your beds and everything you are perfectly doing, you get, the best grades in the school. I think it's okay to play all day long, but it doesn't matter, right? It's still because you are doing your duties. But the parents, they obligate to not to do such things because of, they lose many things because of that. I think that's the reason. It is not misconducting, as you said. It's nothing misconducting. But the reason, because this is a new thing, right? In the Buddha's time, they didn't have these kind of things. And this is all new things. And then they are not creative, when you have extra time, you can learn how to sew in things, right? Drawing. And if you are clever of drawing, so you should practice that. And if you are, if you do not know such things, you can learn. And if you do not know how to cook, you can learn from your mother. So there are many things learn, because one day you need to be alone, right? Parents are not behind. So when you married, and then you have to cook yourself. When you go to university, in your dormitory, you have to cook yourself and prepare food. And if you keep playing games every day, when you go to university, and then you have to call and ask, Mommy, how I cook this one, how I cook that one, right? So it is a good chance to study and learn some other important things other than school studies, school education. So therefore, it is always better than gossiping or useless talks. Those are actually misconducting, and still gaming is better than those, right? But gaming, it doesn't makes much things, nothing cultivate, right? It is just for fun, for play. So that is the answer that I can give. I cannot get anything from the sutras because the sutras doesn't mention anything about games.
When a person plays games, the mind is very focused, the body doesn't sit long. So do we consider the person to be mindful? Is it mindfulness?
Well, mindfulness means that cultivating our mind, because we need to cultivate our mind to awesomeness path, awesomeness level. So if you feel that your mind is contemplating of playing games, so that's fine. But only thing is, all the games, what they have is, either shooting, right, or putting bombs, right, and those kind of things, and then the evasive thoughts is there. So I want to kill that person, I want to kill this person. So that kind of thoughts is coming in the mind. So if there are any kind of games that, making mindfulness, there is another game called Luminous Brain or something that, it makes your memory capacity raise. When you play such kind of game, it is available on internet, and for the Alzheimer disease people, right? So if they are having that kind of sickness, so the doctors recommend to play that one. That is the way to keep your memory well. Don't let your memory lose your memory. They urge you to gain your memory by playing such things. So it is medically approved, scientifically approved. I don't think it's wrong, but we need to make sure the one I'm using is making me mindfulness. For example, like, when we watching TV, when we are watching TV, so there are many channels, right? So kids sit very close to TV. They bring some foods, and then one hand they are holding remote control, and they are switching one channel to another. Is just boring. Another channel, boring. Another channel. Maybe 100 channels, so 100 times switching and looking for something. And where his mind goes, his mind's running one to another, this to another, right? So it's just like what Buddha said, monkey mind. It's jumping from one to another, and that is not good, another one, So it is continuously jumping from one place to another place. So it doesn't make any mindfulness. So as your questions, is anything that makes, today they make certain things to gain awareness. When you are drawing, really you need patience. You need mindfulness, right? You need awareness to draw it well. Draw it nice picture. So you are concentrating. But that is different from gaming. If it really that game, they make for cultivation of mind, so that is fine. Otherwise, we have to make sure whether it is cultivating or it is discultivating of the mind. So, still, you have to look at yourself, whether this one going to work or not.
One question regarding on the right mindfulness. Understand we need right effort and right will. So which comes first? Is it right effort first, then right will, then right mindfulness? And if that is so, why is it a focus we have right view first?
Because right view we need first because, anytime wrong view can arises. So therefore we need right view. And if anytime wrong view comes, and he knows this is wrong view, so therefore he need mindfulness to know it. Right? You see, interrelated, interconnected. And I cannot tell which one comes first. It depends. And normally you need right view. First, that you need to understand, you need to recognize which one is black, which one is white, right? So then, you need to put effort to make it white one, make it nicer, right? And then when you are, for example, when you are drawing certain things on white paper, and you need to make sure that your mindfulness is there to make it your size the way that you want. The size of picture, size of drawing. So you need to have a mindfulness, to make sure that you are getting the right size, right? And you need to put right effort to make it, work. Things works because of right effort. If you are drawing, you need to get pen, and then a pencil, you put effort, and then your hands is now working, right? And then you have to have a mindfulness, you are following right line. And also it need a right view to understand, as I said, it is which one that you are going to make, which color. This is the dark or the white. So understanding, we need right view. To making it work, we need right effort. To safeguarding of it, we need right mindfulness. So it seems that coming right view is the first, and then make it work, right effort, safeguarding, right mindfulness. So that's how we need. And even for right effort, we need those three. Even for right effort in the Eight Noble Path, we still need right view, right effort, right mindfulness. So sometimes it comes together. Sometimes, gradually. First right view, and then again, you have a right view, then wrong view comes anytime. So therefore again you need right view. Right? So that's why I said, sometimes it comes first, right view, and even in middle, you need right view. And you need mindfulness. So that what you need to do is just, whatever you are doing, you need to apply those things at the moment. This is very difficult to explain, but when you are experiencing certain things, then you need to apply those right view, right mindfulness, right effort.
Reverend, I want to ask you about what is the difference between people meditate and don't meditate? And what is the benefit of meditation? Thank you.
There are different types of meditations. We call Samatha Bhavana, Vipassana Bhavana, Vidarsana Bhavana. So, the goal of Satipatthana Sutra, Buddha said, Ekanam Bhikkhave Maggo Sattana Visuddhya, monks, for purification of beings. That's the goal. Purification. Right? For purification of ourselves. Purification of beings. Sattana Visuddhya. Soka Paridavana Samatikkamaya. To overcoming Soka Parideva. That means sorrow and lamentation. To overcoming sorrow and lamentation. Soka Parideva. Soka Paridavana Samatikkamaya. Dukkha Domanasana Attangamaya. Dukkha Domanasa. Physical suffering and mental suffering. To overcoming, suppressing or ridiculing of physical and mental suffering. Nyayasa Adhigamaya, to gain wisdom. Nibbanasa Satyakiriyaya, to attain nirvana. That's a benefit. That's a benefit at the beginning of the sutra in Satipatthana Sutra. Because that sutra is very special, because the goal of the sutra or practice. He mentioned at the beginning, purification of beings, Sattana Visuddhiya, Sok Paridhavana Samdikkamaya, to overcoming sorrow and lamentation, to overcoming physical and mental suffering, to gain wisdom, to attain Nirvana. Those are the benefits. So immediate benefits that you can feel that your actions are wholesome actions. When you are meditating, then your actions, your talks, your speech, everything is not aggressive. Even though somebody try to ask you questions that make you angry, but still that person doesn't get angry. So his way of action, attitude is same. Why? Because he has cultivated his mind. And his word, his speech, always about love, compassion, and not for hurting, or he's not saying harsh words, useless words. He's not saying malicious words because of benefit of meditation. Why? Because his mind has cultivated. Remember, Buddha said, Mano Pubbangama Dhamma Mano Setta Manomaya Manasaje Paduttena Bhasativa Karotiva. One's mind is the forerunner. When mind polluted, Manasate Padutte, when mind is polluted, Bhasativa Karotiva, when mind is polluted, whatever he says or whatever he does, physical actions or verbal actions. Tatodan dukkhaṃ anveti, dukkha, suffering, is chasing him. Chakkang vahato padang, similar to bullock cart. When the bull is full in the cart, wheels of the cart are turning behind the bull. Similarly, when mind is polluted, whatever we say, whatever we act, those are unwholesome actions, verbally and mentally and physically. And those actions demerits, bad karmas, chasing us like a bullock cart. The bull is pulling the cart, wheels of the cart are turning behind him. And similarly, he said, Mano Pubbangama Dhamma Mano Setta Manomaya Manasache Pasanne. Mind is forerunner. Manasache Pasanne, when mind is pure and clear, Bhasativa, whatever we say, Karotiva, whatever we do, actions. Tatonang Sukang Anveti, then Sukha means happiness, chasing him, Anveti, going along with him, like Chaya Vanapayani, shadow behind him. Right? This is the benefit. So why we meditate? Cleansing our mind. When our mind pure, clean and eradicated all the defilements, whatever we say, whatever we do, any actions, all are wholesome actions. So, whenever he gets angry thoughts, he doesn't say anything. He doesn't show his anger, or he simply let it go. Right? When you get angry, normally what people do, they throw in things, hit, kill, right? Destroying things, kill himself. So many things happen. Why? Because he hasn't gained mindfulness and he doesn't know how to control of the anger at the time of arising anger. So we need to have sharp practice of mindfulness to treat the anger immediately whenever it is arising. So that's the benefit, immediate benefit. Your husband and wife sometimes fighting each other, right? Arguments going on. So if one person is very mindful person and that person is very calm down whenever she says or he says something, it's very calming. Doesn't say anything. He tries to calm her down or calm his down. Why? Because he has developed his mind up to some level. So, benefits, immediately we can get benefits. And also, ultimate benefits are the same. Nirvana. Attaining nirvana. So, immediate benefits, you can feel calmness, relaxation, sleep well, right? When you practice metta meditation, loving kindness meditation, sukham supati, you can sleep very well. Sukham patibhujyati, you wakes up. You wakes up very, smoothly. Na papakanam supinam pasati, we will not see any bad your dreams. Na papakanam supinam pasati. Manussanam piyohoti, human beings like you. Amanussanam piyohoti, even non-human like you. Animal, tigers, they like you. Amanussanam piyohoti. Devata kanti, all the deities protect you. Nasagyuva visangva, will not get not hurt from poisons, fire, weapons, and Mukavanno Viprasiti, your face looks bright, and asamullo kalankaroti, finally we die without any confusion, complicated of life. That is result of metta meditation, loving kindness meditation. Why? Because before you go to sleep and you put down all the angry thoughts, extending loving thoughts towards everyone. May myself, my parents, my teachers, brothers, sisters, enemies, friends, whoever close, whoever far, seen, unseen, according to Karanimetta Sutta. Right? Digava, long, Mahantava, fat, big, right? Yejaduri, far, Aviduri. So, living near, far, visible, invisible, and long, large, short, born to be born, including all the living beings. You are practicing love and friendliness, and sukham sukhati, you can sleep very well. That's a result. In different methods of meditation, you can gain different result. And Marananusati meditation, and realizing of death, that is a part of meditation. It's called Marananusati meditation. So we we analyze of Marana, death, then we don't fear of death, right? Even somebody passes out and we don't fear. We can understand, well, this is just nature. Uppadavaya, appearing, disappearing, and born and vanishing. So this is nature. So once you practice that, because you are contemplating of death meditation, then you won't get any upset of someone passes away. That's a benefit. So some benefits you can experience immediately, some meditations that you can experience benefit. Every day, all in the life, even it makes shortening our samsaric journey. 9:43 is any questions?
But just to find out, because according to the text, it says that Buddha actually do an enlightenment, or those are not enlightenment. Then the question asked is, does Buddha still practice meditation? Very enlightened. So this was a question asked to another. His disciple, his personal attendant. So when this person posed Buddha told him, yes, although they pay for enlightenment, they still practice meditation. So another asked, what of meditation then? Buddha says, anapanasati. So this experience is still anapanasati. And also vipassana.
Well, it's another big topic. Anapanasati is explained in Anapanasati Sutra. And also it explains in Satipatthana Sutra, because it is very practical and it is that the object is available, because we are all breathing. So available object is Anapanasati. Because of inhaling, exhaling, any time. If you want to meditate, any time of anapanasati, the object is available. So sometimes anger is not available because we don't get angry all the time. And then feeling, sometimes, we have some happy feeling, sad feeling, neither happy nor sad feeling and so forth. Still, you can have it, but very effective object is anapanasati. Because anapana, the inhaling, exhaling going on without intention. We don't have to have intention to breathe in and out. But when we want to walk, we need to have intention. We need to have a desire. If you want to eat, we need to have a desire, or then we need to eat. So otherwise, automatically, even though we're hungry, automatically food's not going to our mouth. So we need to find the food, we need to cook. So we need to plan, with timing it, and preparing it. So everything is, with intention and desire. So for anapanasati, the inhaling, exhaling going on without any intention. So even heart is functioning without intention, and lungs are functioning, and then kidneys are functioning, and the bodily blood circulations are, all these are kind of different bodily system that functioning without intention. Well, Buddha said because anapanasati is very effective for the beginners. Very effective. Why? Anytime you can sit down and bring your full attention to the nostril, and then you can feel the air going through the nostril all the way to lungs, and expanding lungs and contracting and returning and disappearing. And you are again taking new fresh breath through the nostril and expanding, contracting, returning. So this is going on. So this is how we practice anapanasati. When we are practicing of anapanasati, our mind totally engaging with in and out breath. So, if anything that we hear, then our mind goes to that hearing, or we remember that, or we hear it, but immediately we know that I am now practicing anapanasati, inhaling, exhaling meditation, so therefore I need to bring my attention back to breath. So, remember, and then he's taking his attention back to in and out breath. So he's normally taking in breath, out breath, and he's staying there. And that's how actually we start from anapanasati. So anapanasati meditation, is applicable to anyone, even becoming Buddha. So still when he's relaxing, he can practice of it. Because of we need kaya viveka. Kaya viveka, relax for the mind, relax for the body. We need chitta viveka, relax for the mind. So whenever we need to relax, we just go and sit down and nothing that we do. That means, we are wasting time. So in that time, even for Buddha or anyone, if we have extra time and you can, the time that you don't do anything, so it's best thing that you can practice anapanasati. You can focus in and out breath. So that is part of Vipassana meditation, the first section of Kayanupassana section. And Vipassana means that once you focusing in and out breath, so always you need to think the breath itself is appearing and disappearing, anicca, impermanent. So I am taking new fresh breath, and after mixing with the carbon dioxide in the lungs, it's generating carbon dioxide. We are taking fresh breath, and then it's turning into a carbon dioxide and returning. So what we find immediately, so we are not breathing out of what we just breathed in. We are just breathe in of oxygenate pure air, carbon dioxide air. No, I mean oxygenated air. What we breathe out is carbon dioxide air, it's polluted air. So immediately what you see is impermanency. First I breathe new fresh air. Now I am breathing out carbon dioxide breath. So what I see is impermanent. And also when you are sitting longer, you feel pain because it is part of postures. He recommended to observe 4 postures: sitting, standing, lying down and walking. So when we are sitting, we feel of pain. And what we analyze at the time, so we apply into insight. So yada nicchan tam dukkhaṃ, if it is something not permanent, then suffering arises. So my sitting is not permanent. Why? Because my body is changing. Because of changing, I experiencing of suffering at the moment. So immediately we analyze these 3 characters, impermanency. Then you apply it to insight, right? So Anapanasati meditation that we can practice as a starting point or key point, then we use that training to focus of our postures, focus of our clear comprehension, whatever we do. Sometimes we are chewing foods, drinking water, looking side, looking front, looking back. So whatever we do, clearly comprehend every action. So we use of the training that we gain by focusing in breath and out breath, and then we apply that experience into other actions. Then refulsiveness, focusing refulsiveness of the body. Attimasmin kaya kesa loma naka danta. Looking at the list, this body filled with hair, nails, blood, saliva, and kidneys, lungs, and all these kind of refulsive things. So imagine of your own body, and you can gain mindfulness or understanding of your own body using the mindfulness we gain from Anapanasati, inhaling, exhaling section, and then Dhatu Manasikara section, Patavi Apo Tejo Vāya. So we analyzing our body. Our body is structured by 4 elements: heat element, air element, water element, and earth element. So our body is structured by those elements. So when we touch our body, we can feel warm because it is heat element. We can feel air, so air element, Vāyu dhātu, and we can feel bones, earth element, and we sweat, so the fluidity. So anytime that you can experience, and that mindfulness helps us to understand elements as elements. And 9 channel ground, at Buddha's time, when someone passes away, simply they wrap the body by white cloth and threw to open burial ground. And then monks went, and then they sat down in front of the body, in front of the burial ground, and then meditated, looking at decomposing body. So the draining of fluids and swollen body, and then animals comes and eating, and all these experiences. But today there is no available, right? So somebody can ask questions, and how we can practice of 9 channel ground meditation. Well, the list is there. We can imagine. We can sit down and imagine ourselves of my own body. When I die, what happened? Right? You can remember, you can imagine of the list, and you can go on. So that's how, this is Satipatthana, and Anapanasati is a very long subject. So, it is not time to go through everything.
Last question. You convert tonight from Bukit Bintang and Sadhu for so consecutive night and chanting the Dhamma, which is hopefully God asking the
thanks to Panamwela Wajirabuddhi Mathura, the editor of the Georgia Buddhist Center, for trying to attend this tonight's talk. And one is leaving tomorrow at 5 p.m. And
5 a.m.
Yeah. So next week is going to India. So we wish Bhante peaceful journey, safe journey, and healthy journey. So once again, thank you very much. Hope to see you.
Let us conclude today's talk and discussion. And thank you for inviting me, and let me extend my loving thoughts towards T-Babbitt and all the members and the staffs and all the friends and the monks, and providing dana and other reports and many ways that contributed. So let us extend these loving thoughts towards all of you, all of them. And may you always be well, happy and peaceful. And may no harm, may no problems, may no difficulties come to you. May you find happy destination and without any difficulties in samsara. And also let us share meritorious thoughts to departed relatives and whoever departed from you. And let us remember them wherever they are. May they receive meritorious deeds for them to understand this Four Noble Truth and follow the path and finally attain Nirvana. And especially I want to thank Brother Lim and his wife and two cute boys, and they actually volunteered to take over to this place. And I was thinking of taking bus, and they volunteered and they was they supported, and then they took a day off and took me to this temple. And I want to thank and send in my blessings for them. And they are volunteers for many months to bring here and there. So I want to special thank for them for bringing me here. And let us share thoughts towards departed friends and relatives. Let us recite together.
Sangham Saranam Gacchami Buddham Saranam Gacchami Dhammam Saranam Gacchami Sangham Saranam Gacchami Buddham Saranam Gacchami Dhammam Saranam Gacchami Sangham Saranam Gacchami Buddham Saranam Gacchami Dhammam Saranam Gacchami Sangham Saranam Gacchami Buddham Saranam Gacchami Dhammam Saranam Gacchami Sangham Saranam Gacchami Buddham Saranam Gacchami Dhammam Saranam Gacchami Sangham Saranam Gacchami Buddham Saranam Gacchami Dhammam Saranam Gacchami Sangham Saranam Gacchami